Periodic table has 118 elements, and all their names are so hard and impossible to remember their name. But we will conquer it, and it will be as easy as story in pre-K. Let's dive into the periodic table. Let's learn the first 3 columns of the periodic table using a story about history and places. Our story starts with Helen Keller, an inspirational figure and a frequent visitor to Central Florida. Suddenly, the scene shifts to a parking lot in Bari, southern Italy, completely surrounded by BMW cars. Getting a parking spot is impossible. You let out a big sigh. Yup, it's a total lack of luck. Now for the code. Helen gives us H for hydrogen, Li for lithium, and Na for sodium. Her last name, Keller, gives us K for potassium and RB for rubidium. And Central Florida gives us Cs for cesium and Far for francium. That's column 1. For column 2, the BMW car gives us beryllium, magnesium, and calcium. Surrounded is for strontium, Bari is for barium, and the rare spot is for radium. And that frustration? Sigh is for scandium, yup is for yttrium, lac is for lanthanum, and the whole act of searching is for actinium. And that's how a story can help you master the table. As a fun fact, francium is so unstable and rare, there's likely less than 30 grams of it in the Earth's crust at any one time. The periodic table is a collection of the universe's building blocks, each with its own amazing story. For column 4, the 5th and 6th, we will use Animal Kingdom adventurers. Column 4, the 5th and 6th. Tarzan's tiger roar half raff versus narwhals and toad crocodile monkey weep and sing. Tarzan T stands for titanium, Z stands for zirconium half raff, HF stands for hafnium, RF stands for rutherfordium, versus narwhal and toad V for vanadium, N for niobium, toad T for tantalum, D for dubnium, crocodile monkey weep and sing, crocodile car for chromium, monkey mo for molybdenum, weep and sing W for tungsten, sing sag for seaborgium. Now we are tired of too much work, and we are crashed out. We need vacation and fun happy times. To remember columns 7 through 12, we're going to create a vivid story. It's a tale of glamorous vacations, winning prestigious awards, and the special clothes and ornaments that go with it. Our journey begins with planning the perfect getaway to 3 distinct spots: Minnesota, Rhode Island, and the Bahamas. After my travels, I'll celebrate with a magnificent feast. Fueled by this celebration, I will then run for an Oscar, hoping to make cinematic history with a groundbreaking performance. Exhausted but triumphant, I'll come back to my luxurious hotel room to unwind. The first thing on my agenda is to carefully iron my prized MT collection clothes, getting them ready for the next big event. After preparing my outfit, it's time to relax. I'll carefully take off my sleek nickel-plated watch and unbutton my elegant platinum-buttoned dress. Next, I'll secure my valuable jewelry. I'll put away my antique copper bracelet, a unique piece coated with shimmering ag silver, and finally my stunning O-layered gold ring. This whole incredible journey, the fame, the awards, the luxury, it all became possible because of my acting career. Performing in blockbusters like Zombieland, Cinderella, and The Hunger Game truly changed a lot of things for me. But still, I like my simple life. It's the best of all. 7-3 column Minnesota, Rhode Island, and Bahamas is my next vacation spots. Minnesota man for manganese. T is for technetium, Rhode Island, R for rhenium, Bahamas BH for barium. 8 the column, I will have feast then run for Oscar to make history. Feast Fay for iron, run Ru for ruthenium, Oscar Os for osmium, history H is for hassium. 9 the column. Come back to my room and iron my MT collection clothes. Come Co for cobalt, room R for rhodium, iron IR for iridium, mount collection mat for meitnerium, 10 the column. Took off my nickel-plated watch and platinum-buttoned dress. Nickel is Ni, plated PD for palladium, platinum is PD, dress is for D's darmstadium. 11 the column. Put away my antique copper with Ag silver-coated bracelet and all-layered gold ring. Copper C stands for Q, Ag for silver, all for gold, and ring ARG for Rontgenium. 12 Tia column, performing in Zombieland. Zen for zinc, Cinderella, CD for cadmium, Hunger Game HG for mercury, changed CN for copernicium, and there you have it. A story to lock in those elements. Remember, technetium, TC, was the first artificially made element, and mercury, Hg, is a liquid water silver. The best way to learn is to create your own wild stories. The crazier, the better. Now get creative and conquer that table. Now we will explore to Belgium and explore there. We'll bike and come back to Texas and use helium neon balloon for birthday party. Column 13, 14, and 15 Belgium initials. Na Chocolate and Cosmic Trip in their general Snapchat publish fluently. Motorcycles. Belgium B for boron, L as Al and Al for aluminum, G for gallium. Initial N for indium, T for thallium, Na N nihonium. Chocolate C stands for carbon, Cosmic Sigh for silicon, General G for germanium, Snapchat Sen for tin, Publish PB for lead, Fluently Full for fluorovium, No Problem N for nitrogen, P for phosphorus, As for arsenic, CS for SB antimony, Bikes By for bismuth, Motorcycle Mac for moscovium. Let's conquer the final columns, starting with 16, the chalcogons. Our mnemonic is a mantra for well-being. Of course, sports and exercise are associated with positive living. Of course is O for oxygen, vital for any workout. Sports gives us S for sulfur. Exercise is C for selenium. Associated stands for Ta, tellurium. Positive is Po for polonium. And living completes the set with LV for livermorium. A truly healthy way to remember. Next, the reactive halogens in column 17. Test your recall with this challenge. Memorize fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine at a location way back in Texas. The first 4 elements are right there in the phrase. The end cleverly reveals the last 2. At stands for astatine, and Texas points to the synthetic element T's tennessine. Your memory is now Texas strong. Finally, let's throw a party with the noble gases of column 18. We have helium for balloons and dazzling neon signs. The venue has special insulated window panels filled with argon and krypton. As guests use the entrance and exit door, we remember Z for xenon. Listen, a bell is ringing on and on. This sound unlocks the final elements. Ringing is urn for radon, and on is og for oganesson, the grand finale. And that's a wrap. By linking elements to stories about health, memory, and celebration, the periodic table becomes much easier to navigate. Practice these mnemonics, and you'll have these columns memorized in no time. Learning chemistry can be an adventure. Congratulations! You memorized the 90 elements of periodic table. The next 28 elements, cerium, 58, to lutetium, 71, thorium, 90, to lawrencium, 103 memorization will be in periodic table part 2. Start picturing the story, and it will help you to visualize and remember the names of elements with the starting of word of your story. Try to memorize few columns at a time, and recall before you learning new ones. Don't try to remember everything together if it overwhelmed you. If it helps you to remember and memorize, subscribe and stay tuned for more future learning hacks and tips.